What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing awesome. Today's video, we're going to talk about the 5.56 223 round for home defense. Now, I did a little short video. It was kind of a little spoofy short video. It wasn't like, didn't mean anything. It was just something to, fight the algorithms, get my view counts up and whatever. No, just YouTube stuff, it wasn't like really for anything. But I just showed some bullets. I said, these ones, they were the green tips. These ones are for for somebody that's trying to break into my house. And then I showed the other ones that were just normal 55 grain FMJ 5.56 rounds. And another one said, these are for somebody that's already in my house. Just a short little stupid, sound. I found some sound. I was like, ooh, that's a cool one, I'm trying to just do some shorts, throw some shorts in there, and that was one I found, and I was like, hey, that's cool. I just thought it would be fun, but I got a comment about something, and I don't remember the exact words, but basically he said, you can't do that. You got to use either hollow points or soft tips, or you're going to shoot everyone, including your neighbors. And it just kind of, I thought about it, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, it's a rifle round, and, it's going to go through everything. You're going to shoot your neighbors with that. I could see that maybe if I lived in an apartment. I mean, the green tips maybe, have a lot better chance of going through walls, and that's why I put it to where they're trying to break into my house. If I know it's a target, if I know it's somebody that doesn't belong in my house and they're trying to break in and I need to shoot through the door, I go for the green tips, obviously. But the other tips, I don't know which ones he was referring to, but I mean, think about it. The 5.56 is not a very good round, really. It's not. It's not the best round at all in the world. But I mean, I get it. I don't know if he's just thinking like, and then somebody else commented and he's like, I've been in the gun community for 20 years. I know my ballistics. I know. But, I mean, the green tips are going to do that, but maybe. Probably not even that. Maybe if I was in an apartment and just 2 layers of sheetrock were between me and my neighbors, maybe I might shoot my neighbors, at least with the green tip. I can see that. But if he's talking about the normal 55 grain full metal jacket rounds, which I think is what he was talking about. He says, you got to use soft tip or hollow points instead of the FMJ bullets. So, but anyway. And then I got thinking, he really thinks that it's going to do all that. I mean, I don't know the ballistics, and I don't know all the ballistics. I'm not the expert on ballistics of these bullets. I mean, I've seen a few videos, and the 55 grain FMJ it doesn't go that far. I mean, you're talking without going through something, it's only really deadly at 500-600 yards. I mean, maybe 1,000 yards at most, but by the time it's dropped and is no longer really that deadly. I mean, and that's just going straight without going through anything. I got to thinking about, so he thinks this bullet is going to go through a person, the intruder in my house, go through a person, then go through walls, however many walls I'm in. If I'm in a bedroom or something, and it's got to go through bedroom wall, keep flying, go through my exterior wall, fly through my yard, through the fence between me and my neighbor's yard, through his yard, in through his exterior wall, and into my neighbor. He thinks I'm going to shoot my neighbor with a 5.56. Even green tip's not going to do that. Sorry. I mean, even a green tip, full steel, whatever, ain't going to do that. Not out on a 5.56. I mean, we're talking maybe 308 or probably not even that. 30-06. We're talking, that's a lot of travel time and a lot of stuff to go through. Ain't gonna happen. Sorry. Even the green tip's not gonna do that. In an apartment, maybe. The green tips. The other tip, the 55 grain the 55 grain full metal jackets, they're not gonna go through that. They're gonna go through the person. You might go out and maybe into a wall, or maybe even through a wall, but you're not gonna shoot your neighbor. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. Probably not even in an apartment. You're not gonna shoot your neighbor. Unless you miss the person and it just goes through the wall, you might. But if it goes through a person, by that time it's tumbling and it's not going to go very far after that. And if it does, it's not going to be very deadly. I mean, we're talking straight shot. You're talking 400, 500, 600 yards max is all you're going to get out of that. And then you start putting obstacles in the way. No, it ain't going to happen. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to throw this guy under the bus. Maybe he's a Fed. Maybe he's just fed false information. Who knows? Maybe he's just listening to Joe Biden, who thinks that the AR-15 is the most deadly, longest shooting, whatever, that those bullets rip you apart and keep flying and rip the next person apart. And I don't know where he's getting this information from, but it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. I just wanted to talk about that. The 5.56 is, yes, it's a rifle round, but it's by far, other than maybe 22 long rifle, it's the weakest round out there, the weakest rifle round out there. And if you're talking about even coming out of a, if it's an AR pistol, 10 and a half, 14 and a half, whatever they have, mine just so happens to be a 16-inch barrel. Those aren't going to go through walls. May go through a wall, but it's not going to go through walls. I mean, you're talking walls, exterior walls. And then back through another exterior wall. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get it. He might just be trolling the comments. He might just be one of those bot comments that just wants to, or a hater comment that thinks he's bigger, better, smarter than everybody. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking. It's just, you don't need to have comments like that. I mean, and maybe he's just, like I said, maybe he's just fed misinformation. But 5.56 is not a bad home defense round. Really, it's not. I mean, if you're shooting it out of a 20-inch barrel, you might get a little bit more velocity out of it than it might, but even at that, the 5.56 is a weak round, very weak round. So, I mean, we're talking, to do that, in my case, maybe if he lives in an apartment and he's thinking, 5.56. If I was living in an apartment, I probably wouldn't choose a 5.56 for home defense. For one, you don't have a whole lot of space. Apartments are small, they're compact, they've got a lot of space in a little bit of area. They've got, it's all pretty much compact. I've lived in lots of apartments. So you don't have a lot of, you're talking 10, 15, 20 yards at most of a shot, 25, depending on the apartment layout. But even most houses, you don't have much of a, so I mean, I could see his point, use a pistol. Pistols are, 10 yards and in, but regardless, a 5.56, I mean, there might be better, there might be better options. Shotgun might be a better option, with some bird shot or even some buckshot, because those don't go through very much. They just splatter everything. But it maybe a pistol, a 45. There may be better options than a 5.56. But for him to say you're gonna shoot everyone, including your neighbor, that's a little far-fetched. Honestly, a little far-fetched. But anyway, just a little rant for today. Ticked off Tuesday. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. We're getting very, very close at the time of this recording to my 5,000 subscriber mark. That's awesome. I can't believe I'm even talking about this. Yeah, I've been doing this YouTube stuff for a little bit, you know, probably longer than I should to get 5,000, but 5,000 is a big number for me so far that I never thought I'd ever get 5,000 subscribers. But it's been awesome. And I appreciate every single one of you that subscribed and that views my videos. And, you know, appreciate all of you. And we're going to get there here in the next few days, I'm sure. Probably, but maybe by the time you're watching this, I may have already passed that 5,000. And it's great. I mean, I'm humbled. I really am. I can't believe I have that many subscribers. But anyway, appreciate it. Do the YouTube stuff. Share it, like it, comment. You know the drill. Help me with the algorithms. I don't have any sponsors. Everything I do, I pay for and take care of myself. As you can see, I don't do any editing. It's just me behind a camera. That's it. And maybe with some help with fighting that algorithm, maybe I can do some better editing and put on some better videos and stuff. But anyway, cost you nothing. Just tap that subscribe button, maybe the notification bell, leave a comment, you know, show the, you know the drill. I don't need to keep preaching that. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Love y'all. And I'll see you in the next one.